Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios again for your 2000.
All right, let's try this again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once. Well, damn, McCarron stripped, fumble on the play. DC defenders defend and take the football away.
Third time's the charm.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once again for your two. Well, I'll be damned. They gave the football right back. To hell with the intro. Brahma's on the move inside the 25-yard line. Dormady don't got nobody open. Assaulted from behind. He's going to be sacked for a 4-yard loss. San Antonio would send in the field goal unit from 43 yards out. It's booted through the uprights, and it's good. They're the first to score in week 5. Meanwhile, the Panthers drive down the field, hand off to West. The Hills have eyes into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Then they take out their Uno cards and give the Showboats 2 for their mistakes. They're in front 8-0. The undefeated reigning 2-time USFL champ Stallions on the move. Hand off to Ricky Person Jr. into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, Stallions. It's hilarious how everybody's name damn near always has a soundbite. AJ McCarron leading his Battlehawks down the field, rifles it over the middle. He finds Butler in the end zone. Best tight end in the UFL. Touchdown, Battlehawks. But you can't say the same for the Renegades. They continue to struggle. Ensuing drive for the defenders, now trailing by 8. Jordan Tamu rolling towards his left, forgets to release the football, takes a damn near 20-yard sack.
What the hell's going on out here?
Then things went from bad to worse.
I blocked it.
Punt blocked on the very next play. The Battlehawks would take over inside the 10-yard line. What is going on up front? Why are they not protected? The Brahmas drive down the field deep inside Renegade territory. This time, Dormady gets protection, finds his man in the end zone. Touchdown, Brahmas make it a 2-possession game as Elise.
You shall not pass! I stopped short.
After the turnover on downs, the Stallions get the football right back, but Martinez got nowhere to go. 3rd and 13, they'd be forced to punt. 3 plays after the fumble recovery.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
The Battlehawks didn't turn it into a touchdown, but a 37-yard field goal makes it a 2-possession game in the nation's capital. Ensuing drive, it happened again.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yoink.
Pass ricocheted off the hands of their own receiver and intercepted by the Battlehawks. They have their 3rd takeaway of this game inside of DC territory. That would turn into a 51-yard field goal. They lead 14-0. Time to unleash the Colburn down in Memphis. Here comes the Panthers. Give me your ankles, pussy. Don't you ever try to tackle me. All the way into the end zone for the score. 2-possession game. Memphis is getting cooked. Finally, the Renegades are on the board. 29-yard field goal to cut their deficit down to 6. The Roughnecks would follow suit as well, as they'd connect on a 36-yard field goal to cut their deficit down to 3. Remember when I said the Showboats are getting cooked?
Yoink. The lie detector determined you're telling the truth.
As Troy Williams throws it right into the hands of the Michigan Panthers defense. I don't know why these teams can't seem to protect the football throughout the first 20 minutes of this game. All while the Roughnecks continue to get cooked. Somebody help them boys out there. The Renegades might be the first team ever in sports to go from reigning champion to first eliminated from playoff contention. Them boys couldn't stop a fart with a butt plug. 22-yard field goal through the uprights, and it's good. 17-point lead in DC. Somebody tell the Roughnecks to start defending somebody. Martinez rifles it towards the end zone. He's got Sternberger, who beats the Roughnecks defense again. Touchdown, Stallions. They lead by 2 scores. Ensuing drive, Sinnett at the helm. Under 5 minutes left to go into half. He's got a man, but he plays for the other team. Pass intercepted by the Stallions, and it looks like they're heading to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba.
Whoa! My leg!
What am I gonna do about my legs, Eddie?
Tillery almost put points on the board, but homie must have pulled a hammy. It took nearly 30 minutes, but the Showboats are finally in striking distance. Williams looking towards his right, but his man got fingers. Fumble on the play, scooped up by the Panthers, and they're looking like they're gonna go the distance. But look at the hustle of Troy Williams to get all the way down the field and trip him up inside the 5-yard line. If that's not a quarterback who has heart, I don't know what is. Too bad for him. Only 3 plays later, West the Hills Have Eyes would find the end zone again, and Michigan leads by 3. 3 scores. Back to Arlington we go. Luis Perez, play action fake, got all kinds of time, steps up in the pocket, lets it fly. He's got his man who goes into the end zone for the score. Peyton finally gets the Renegades within a 1-score game. Then for the 2-point conversion, time for a little bit of trickery and around reverse.
How about new? You done messed up. Hiya!
Mayfield with the strip picks up the football, and now it's a race, an opportunity to head to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick too? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Fuck you, no points for you. And the genius thing of it all is the fact that he did a horse collar tackle in order to save the points, because even if the ref threw the flag, there's nothing they can do there to restart the down. Took nearly 30 minutes, but DC's finally on the board. They'd failed the 2-point conversion, so it's still a 2-possession game. Pass ricocheted, intercepted by the Renegades. They finally catch a break with under 2 minutes left to go in the half. Person Jr. finds the end zone for the second time today, and the Roughnecks are having a rough time because they getting cooked at home. And just to continue to rub the salt in the wound, they take it into the end zone on the 2-point conversion to make it a 26-3 game. 31-yard field goal to turn that interception into points.
I blocked it.
Even when they do some right, it ends up turning out wrong. No extra points for you, recovered by the Brahmas. 19 seconds left to go. Williams looking towards his left. He finds his favorite pair of double Ds, and he ain't talking about breast, as Daywood Davis takes it all the way into the end zone for the score. The Showboats are finally on the board. Houston would finally take their foot out their own ass after a spectacular one-hand catch took them down to the 1-yard line, and on the very next play, they'd punch it into the end zone for the first time today and make it a 2-possession game. Time winding down before the start of the half. Tamu looking towards his right. He's got Calvin Harmon, stiff arms him into the dirt, goes into the end zone for the score. It's a 1-score game in DC. Into the second half we go, just when we thought the Showboats were building momentum with the score before the second quarter's conclusion. Etling would keep it himself, dial up voicemail, call his own number, take it into the end zone for the score. It's back up to a 3-possession game, but I can't say the same for St. Louis, because after taking a 17-point unanswered lead, DC has built all of the momentum. 47-yard field goal through the uprights and good for the Renegades. They make it a 3-point game at home. Talk about catching a break after a 3-and-out. For whatever reason, the Panthers could not field the punt. They'd fumble on the play. It'd be recovered by the Showboats. They take over inside the 10-yard line and immediately find the end zone on 1st and goal, and now it's a 2-possession game again. The Stallions would kick it in from deep to take a 20-point lead once more over the Roughnecks, and the Showboats continue to build momentum. Williams on 3rd and 15 got hit.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
Good dog! Good dog! That's it, he said. Somebody stop the damn match! Enough's enough!
Another case of Dreadlock Powers being absolutely overpowered. Look at this man get deleted here. He thought because he grew his hair out meant that he had the supreme powers. Oh no, sir. You just met your kryptonite. 39-yard field goal. Battlehawks finally snapped that 12-point unanswered streak, coming from DC to make it an 8-point game once again. Funny enough, on the very same drive that homie got tattooed, the Showboats would take advantage of that 15-yard penalty prior and find the end zone for the score. It's a 1-possession game down in Memphis. Looks like those DC mistakes showed up again.
I dropped it.
Jordan Tamu taken to the King of Diamonds. He was immediately stripped. Football's recovered by the Battlehawks. St. Louis takes the ball right back. 27-yard field goal for the Stallions, booted through the uprights, and it's good. 23-point lead again down in Houston. Them boys better start doing something, because they running out of time. 1-4 looks like their future.
The S-Truck's back and it's better than ever. It's a dump truck this year. The S-Truck's here.
The Showboats don't want to deal with this man. For the 3rd time today, West the Hills Have Eyes lowered his shoulder into the cranium of a defender and goes into the end zone for the score as Michigan makes it a 2-possession game again. Arlington tied the game, but not for long, as Dormady took his team down the field with ease, and it would cap off in the end zone with a 1-yard score. The Brahmas are back in front. The Showboats was able to catch fire in the third quarter, but can they do it again in the fourth? And just look at the magician-like tactics of Troy Williams. All that to still throw an interception. Pass picked off by the Panthers. A.J. McCarron leads his Battlehawks down the field once more. They would punch their way into the end zone. It's a 2-possession game in the nation's capital again. And then on the ensuing drive, 4th and 2, looks like they're participating in the Frank Costanza challenge because
I stopped short.
then on the very next play, following the turnover on downs, McCarron would show the flick of the wrist. He'd find Butler, who would tell the DC defenders to hold his nuggets, suck his dick, into the end zone for the score, and you could take the L out of Lover. This game is all but over, brother. Them boys is getting cooked out here. Houston having such a bad time, even when they drive down the field. On 4th and 7, they still find a way to come up 1 yard short. Turnover on downs at the 5-yard line. You fail to move the chains. Get off the field. Hey, let's see if Jordan Tomu and the DC offense has finally woken up.
Be what I want.
Pass picked off by the Battlehawks. Homie threw it right into his hands as St. Louis takes over inside the 10. This is how you know they simply wanted more than the defenders. Look at the fight inside the 5-yard line. Offensive line never gave up, even though they up by 20. Them boys getting cooked more than a well-done steak, 39-12, and we still got 8 minutes more to go. 31-yard field goal for the Brahmas through the uprights, and it's good. Double-digit lead again for San Antonio. 30-yard field goal for the Panthers, booted through the uprights, and it's good. 35-18 would remain as the score as the Showboats get bumped down to 1-5. Houston with a little under 4 minutes remaining left to play to make a miraculous comeback, but the pass intercepted in the end zone by the Stallions, and you could take the L out of Lover, because this game is all but over, brother. You don't even need to activate your dreadlock powers and go get a McPick-6, because you've been eating good in Houston all day as the Stallions improve to 5-0, and the win streak is up to 13. Look at the lack of protection up front. How often do you see 2 blocked punts in one game? Them boys don't want to play football no more. Recovered by the Battlehawks, but the damage was already done. Within the next few plays, the reserves would continue the necrophilia on DC because the defenders may be dead, but somehow they're still getting fucked. DC gets cooked at home and they're dropped down to 2-3. Game on the line. Arlington's gonna need 2 scores in 14 seconds to pull off a miraculous comeback, but they've got butterfingers. Fumble on the play, scooped up by the Brahmas, and for the 5th consecutive time after winning the XFL championship, Arlington fails to secure a victory as San Antonio improves to 4-1, as they would tell Arlington to join Houston, Memphis, and DC in taking out their Metro cards and getting aboard the L train. You watching the NBA playoffs? Of course you are. But what if I told you you could win big just like the players on the court? Because Underdog Fantasy is dropping specials and scorches every single week that could leave you with 100 times your winnings. All you got to do is click the link in my description right now. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use the promo code Adonis. And they will match your first time deposit up to $100. So you put in 50, they'll give you 50. You put in 10, they'll give you 10. You put in 100, they'll give you 100. So make sure right now you click the link below. Download the Underdog Fantasy app, use the promo code Adonis, Adonis, and it will match your first time deposit up to $100. And you'll have the opportunity to 100x your winnings, because Underdog's the best place to play. You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Please! Please!
What are you waiting for, huh?
Oh my god.